was the Royal Canadian Air Force March. And I have a very special guest in studio today. I'm so excited to welcome back Neil Orford. He is a retired history teacher from Dufferin County, winner of both the Governor General's and the Ontario Premier's Award for History Teaching. However, his big claim to fame is being the founder of Defining Moments Canada, Canada's largest digital heritage organization, and also the owner of Canhist.ca, which regularly organizes tours to Europe for Canadians who love to walk with history. Neil, welcome back. It's great to have you at the Jukebox.
Oh my gosh, Daniel, it's great to be back, and thank you for that. I'm all warm now listening to that prelude. It's just marvelous.
Wasn't it the perfect entry
just
to
perfect.
A great tour? Now, first of all, congratulations. Your October 2024 tour is already sold out.
It is. It is.
That's Northumbria to Normandy tour.
Yes.
30 travelers, a successful campaign altogether. So we wish you much success with that one.
Oh, fantastic.
Let's fast forward to May 2025. This is a pivotal, very important moment. The Dutch people will be celebrating 80 years of the liberation of the Netherlands. That was, I think, May 5th, 1945. And you have a very special tour coming up for that. Tell us a little bit. We've been hearing it on our station, VE Day 80. What can you tell us to for anybody interested in this tour?
Yes.
And is going on the website now, Canhist.ca. Tell us why they should sign up.
Well, Daniel, it's I think I like to think of what we're up against now as a year of remembrance. So many of the listeners will have tuned in to see the D-Day ceremonies at the beginning of June, June 6th, the 80th anniversary of D-Day, and the Canadian ceremonies at Juno Beach.
Yes.
And that very much was the start of the year of remembrance. This leading up to what will culminate with the VE Day 80 ceremonies in Holland next May. And so we want to be there, and we want to take as many Canadians as we possibly can to participate in the ceremonies and be part of, the what could be the last major anniversary, acknowledging the veterans who are still alive,
Right.
but also acknowledging the really oversized role that Canada played in the Second World War.
Right, right. Now, how is this so important and significant for Canadians? There were one of 5 destinations that Canadians were assigned to. Juno Beach was one of them. Immense number of casualties. Out of the 14,000 Canadians who came there, I think over 1,000 had major casualties. So why is this so significant?
Well, the Canadians, by the time D-Day had taken place and the successful liberation of Normandy, it was clear that the Canadians were going to get the role of liberating the Channel ports and heading up towards Belgium and ultimately into Holland. And First Canadian Army that was going to head off that way was going to be up against a heck of a fight. There's no question about that. It was going to take them the better part of a year, really what turned into an 8-month campaign to actually liberate the Netherlands. Mm-hmm. And that's the path that we're seeking to follow. Now, not all of it, because we'd be over there for a month.
So much layers of complexity there, yes.
So in our 15 days, we're really going to concentrate on that race to liberate Antwerp and the Scheldt estuary, and then up into the Netherlands as well. Where Canadians successfully fought. We lost 7,600 men with many, many more casualties and wounded in that liberation. And of course, we were part of a great Allied effort. Yeah. But this was really that Canadian defining moment.
Right.
And so the 80th anniversary acknowledges that special relationship that we've had over these decades with the Dutch people. And the Queen, the most recent Queen, was born in Ottawa because the royal family, of course, was housed here in Canada during the war for the duration.
Could you tell us some of the highlights of the VE Day tour? And your partner is Ellison Travel.
Yeah,
so,
we work very closely with Ellison. They're fantastic people. So we have, we'll be staying in 4 locations, Arnhem, in Middelburg, in Apeldoorn, and in Amsterdam. Okay. All of them represent places where Canadians had significant presence, a significant footprint. Yep. We certainly will be taking Canadians to the Canadian Commonwealth War Grave ceremony, or cemeteries, where so many Canadians are buried. Yeah. We'll be at the Leopold Canal, a really, really bitter fight that Canadians fought to take the Leopold Canal. Walcheren Island, the Breskens Pocket, so many places where Canadians had presence. And then, of course, for the 4th and 5th, the big days, if you were, days of liberation,
Right.
we'll be right there in Wageningen, where Canadian general folks accepted the German surrender in 1945. There's
Wow,
always
pivotal moment.
yeah, there's always a
Amazing.
great ceremony, great
Yeah.
parade, great ceremony there.
Terrific. Well, you've worked out all the details. Tell us a little bit about the Dutch military historian joining you, Robert Katzberg.
Well, Robert is the most exuberant person I've ever met. He knows in his little finger more Canadian military history in the Second World War than I will ever know. He is, a Dutch authority on the Canadian liberation,
Yeah.
and he'll be with us to guide us through the polders and the dikes and take us through the battles where Canadians really had presence. He's just a fabulous, fabulous contact.
Terrific. Okay, now let's head to your website, Canhist.ca.
Yeah.
I'm falling in love with your website, just looking at it.
Thank you.
Incredible photos from past tours and what to expect in the upcoming tours. And you do history differently.
Yes.
That is your kind of motto. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, in situations like this is a commemorative tour. So it's very much about experiencing the history as well as the culture, and as I said, the oversized footprint that Canadians have in the relationship with the Dutch people.
Yep.
So we're not sort of a battlefield tour where you'd learn the operational military history. This is very much about putting ourselves in situ and seeing where your grandfather or your uncle or the man or woman around the corner that you knew growing up saw a service, and also commemorating in the cemeteries as well. So it's very much about immersing ourselves in the history and walking in the footsteps as much as we possibly can of the soldiers who went before us.
Wow. An ounce of experience is worth a ton of theory.
Yes.
There's that
Yes,
quote.
yes.
And I love how you say immerse oneself.
Yes.
It's so much different than just reading about it
It
in a
is.
textbook. So
It really is.
kudos to you and your team. Tell us a few more final details, cost, registration, time left to sign up.
Yes.
I imagine this will be sold out soon. If past history is a sign of future success, give us a few more details.
Well, we're so excited. We've just finished the month-long campaign with a new classical, and so we're coming up to that important moment where we will be cutting things off around July the 1st. So the registration portal is open right now.
Okay.
You can go to ve80.ca or
Okay.
canhist.ca. They both get you to the same place.
Yep.
The portal's open. We have some spots left, which I've kept open for a block just for the new classical listeners.
Yep.
We are priced at $7,500 per person based on twin occupancy. Very competitive in the marketplace
Yeah.
for 15 days. That
Wow.
includes your flight and all
Oh.
kinds of dinners and all your admission to all the activities, and of course the participation in the big events that are going to be planned
Wow.
for VE Day 80. So I just encourage everybody right now, if they're looking at their budget for next year, to say, I'm going to put this at the top of the list. This is a priority.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, it's well crafted as always, as we can always expect from Canhist. So I'm going to mention that website one more time. Check it out, Canhist, CANHIST.ca. You can get all the information about the tour. You can register there and find out more. Thank you, Neil. Good
Thank
luck to
you.
you both for the upcoming fall tour and the big one next year in
Great.
May. I'm sure you'll have a passionate group of people walking with you as you've had in the past. So
Thanks
thank you
so
for
much.
joining us. Good luck to you and your crew, and we look forward to hearing all about it.
We'll see you in the spring, Daniel.
See you in the spring. And do you have a special request? We're a request show. What can we close off this interview with?
Well, I'd absolutely love the Spitfire.
Spitfire, you've got
yeah,
it. William
yeah.
Walton's First of the Few. Here we
Thanks
go.
so much.
Queensland Symphony Orchestra.